It's a typical morning in Tehran, but the lingering tension that's been in the background since Iran and the U.S. reached a ceasefire hasn't gone away, because as this weekend has shown, that ceasefire is far from secure. Iran launched ballistic missiles towards U.S. bases in Kuwait and Bahrain, while the U.S. shot down Iranian attack drones headed for the Strait of Hormuz and hit coastal surveillance radar sites. Iranian state TV read out a statement from the country's Revolutionary Guard warning of total closure of the critical Strait of Hormuz if attacks continue, meaning a continued choking off of much of the world's oil, gas, and chemical fertilizer. On Saturday, war-weary Iranians expressed hope for the indirect talks the two sides are still engaged in.
آثار سوش خیلی زیاده به خصوص برای مردم به خصوص اگه زیر ساختمون اگه به هم بریزه تاوانش رو باید مردم پس بدن.
Polls suggest many in the US feel similarly, with an Economist YouGov poll showing almost 7 in 10 Americans want a deal to end the war as soon as possible. Faced with the war's unpopularity and upcoming midterm elections, U.S. President Donald Trump declared in a speech in Wisconsin that the war will end soon.
We're at a point we're going to come out of Iran very quickly, and it's going to be very strong, one way or the other, whether it's a piece of paper or the very tough way.
There are many possible stumbling blocks on the way, issues like sanctions and Iran's nuclear program. And to further complicate things, the U.S. is preparing a draft resolution condemning Iran ahead of a meeting of the UN nuclear watchdog's governors next week. And then there's this, a reminder that this war has more than one front, and that the U.S. and Iran aren't the only ones fighting. Here in southern Lebanon Saturday, smoke rose into the sky after Israeli strikes, part of Israel's campaign against Iran's Lebanon-based proxy Hezbollah. Israel's military says it hit a vehicle it believed was Hezbollah, but it turned out to have Lebanese army personnel inside. The Lebanese army has not gotten involved in the fighting. 2 Lebanese army officers and a soldier died. Iran's foreign minister recently said an end to the war means a total end to the war, including the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah.
الان هم در مذاکراتی که برای رسیدن به یک یادداشت تفاهم با آمریکا در جریان هست، اولین بند اون مربوط به خاتمه جنگ میشه و در همون جمله اول گفته شده که جنگ در همه جبهه‌ها از جمله لبنان باید خاتمه پیدا بکنه.
A reported heated phone call between Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu over Lebanon, though, suggests that settling both parts of this regional war at once will not be easy, as, since jointly launching hostilities at the end of February, the goals of the U.S. and Israel may no longer be so closely aligned. Ryan Wu and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.